Oh my god! Damn it! Okay. No, we won't. It's going to be the continuous struggle. At least we're only a second off and not like 5 seconds. Every second counts. Oh, yes, hello. Oh, yeah, by the way, this is a podcast. We're not just fucking on the phone, apparently. Hi, guys. Maybe preoccupied. I'll give you guys a rundown. So Madre had surgery on her nose. She had a nose job. No, I'm joking. She had to get a deviated septum fixed. So she took a little bit of time to recover. So we didn't record during that time because I couldn't really leave her by herself. uh, yeah, she was medicated and she couldn't blow her nose, and she was crying that she couldn't blow her nose. So it was really entertaining because like the way that they bandaged her nose after it was all done is that like she didn't get like the nose job, thing, right? Because there's nothing in it. But they put like a pad like on her nostrils, and then they just like attach like a string thing around it. Yeah, it looked like a face mask, like a discounted one. It really was. And then and then we and then I don't know, we were both just busy for a hot minute. And then so yesterday or no, what, the other day, my mom goes and tears her cornea in her eye, which I don't know how you do that. Yeah, the best way I can describe it for people is how I've described it to everybody, and that is it looked like somebody put saran wrap on her eye and it was like bunched up in there. It was really gross. I did touch it with my finger because I just thought like anybody else, like, oh, it's a. I was like, oh, it's a contact. She lost a part of her contact or something. Nope, her veins and stuff moved with it. I was just like, you need to go to an emergency room. I was not having it. I I've had so many people tell me I should have been a doctor because, like, really, not a lot grosses me out. I think vomit would. I would love to know how you get into a specified field of butthole doctor. Do you think they're passionate? I want to look at buttholes all day. Well, what there shouldn't be. We cuss and we talk about murder. Get your kid out of here. And then today she continued her journey on the struggle bus and fell while mopping. So really, it's been a hot minute. Oh yeah, she broke a chancla, busted a chancla as you would. That is a sandal. Yes. Some people think it means slipper, but I'm like, no. That's a concha. I like the way he says it though. He says conscious. So he is so confident. Poor guy. Okay. He really did. Poor James. He's like, I got you a chocolate. Think you got me a shoe? And they didn't have both. This is how this podcast is gonna go. Yeah. I got a handy dandy Wikipedia. Yay! Sure. Really, the short version of this is that like Halloween has just always been kind of this remembrance of the dead. So if you go to Wikipedia, which is very interesting, let me tell you, uh, because they list off like 50 names that Halloween's ever gone under. Halloween or Halloween. They put like an apostrophe between the two E's in Halloween. I'm like, why is it broken up like that? Halloween. Halloween. Oh, you know what? It may have been Halloween. I didn't think about that. Never mind. Yeah, I'm Halloween. It says a contraction of Hallows Eve. Oh, Hallows Even. Yeah, which I was like, that is making fucking sense. Or or Hallows Evening. Like, can we just decide what it is? Also known as All Halloween, All Hallows Eve, or All Saints Eve. There's a lot going on there. Yeah, it's definitely because we talked about this before we started recording, but I feel a little ripped off because for every other fucking culture out here, Halloween is like a 2 to 3 day celebration, but for us, we get 1 day. What is this shit? What is this bullshit? It's all that, and we also have to celebrate All Souls and All Saints Day because we're gonna make the dead people mad, y'all. I ain't about that. Let's go. We need to honor some bitches, okay? Come on. No, we've definitely Americanized the shit out of it, but before it was really just a celebration of the dead. Specifically, saints, hallows is what those are. If you didn't know that like I did, yeah, hallows are saints. Which I was like, yeah, because like now all I can think about is Harry Potter and how that story has just changed so much for me because of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I'm like, oh, they were the saints of death. I get it. Okay, but so it was for them. It was for saints. It was for martyrs, and it was for the faithful departed. And I'm assuming faithful departed means that if they subscribed to the religion in which that was celebrating that specific uh, celebration, they were the ones we were celebrating. Fuck everybody else who didn't participate. So if you don't participate in Halloween, we're not going to celebrate you when you die. That's just how it's going to roll, okay? So history tells me I don't have to honor you. So, so when you die, you die. That's it. You're not allowed to come back. Now, there's a theory. We don't really know specifically where the traditions of Halloween actually come from, but we guesstimate that they come from Celtic harvest festivals. I really fucked that up saying that, but Celtic harvest festivals. There you go. Sometimes I just go through phases where I talk like a crazy person. It's like that was in English, okay. Particularly though in the Gaelic and how did we decide Samhain was Sewing. I was like salmon, yeah, salmon. Oh, salmon. Yeah, sewing. It's from their traditions. And it may have pagan roots, but we're not specifically sure about that, I guess. And it was Christianized later, of course, like everything else. Which is why now we have the All Saints and the All Souls days and so on and so on. They came and they got it up. Yeah. Well, and the thing is, the Celtic festival of I'm just gonna Samhain. That comes from the old Irish term for summer's end. So they celebrated it as the end of summer, and then it was basically just a festival for the dead. That's really what it was, because they believed, like a lot of cultures for all around the world believed, is that when winter and fall came and the sun wasn't out as much, they believed that our world and the spirit world kind of overlapped and thinned. So it was more of a practice to like get on good terms with the dead, so that they wouldn't fuck you over in the winter. I guess they come and curse your ass. Nobody gives a fuck about your potato, Stacy. Nobody. Yeah, Dia de los Muertos. Yes, it's the Day of the Dead, which is, I'm sure everybody knows. White girls, the makeup that you wear, the shaker skull makeup, that's actually Calavera. It's Calavera makeup. Learn the term, learn the history, please, because you're doing it wrong. But like, I guarantee you're doing it wrong, Stephanie. Yeah, yeah, and like I said, a lot of these festivals are like 2 to 3 days and sometimes 4 days. I mean, so like I said, I feel ripped off. I feel like why do we only get the one day? But okay, fine, America. Um, Now the cool thing that I did read about Halloween. Uh, oh my god, I just got something in my eye. Oh my god, did I tear my cornea? I better not have. Oh my god, I will actually cry out of my eye. Oh, but uh, the thing that I found that is the reason why it got brought to North America, and why it got brought to North America so late is because the Puritans were like, no, they're like, no, we're not celebrating what they thought was probably rightly so, but was a pagan holiday. They didn't want it here, so it was just never celebrated. But then the Irish and the Scottish started showing up, and they're like, yeah, no, we're gonna celebrate our holidays. Fuck you. So, but it's funny too is how like I think some of these cultures are really neat because, like, for instance, I know in Wales, uh, they when it was specifically more Irish and Scottish than actual English people, they used to light these giant bonfires, and that was to keep the devil out of the out of the out of the like area. And then they would also it was also to prevent souls of the dead from falling into earth too. So don't know what that's about. But from the 16th century, so you're talking you're talking 1500s. Uh, People were in specifically Ireland and Scotland were doing the costume thing and going house to house. Uh, and usually they wouldn't get like obviously they wouldn't get like candy, but they would get like food in exchange for like songs and verses. Yeah, basically. And I'm wondering if that's where like the tradition of caroling actually comes from. Everybody got it fucking mixed up. But yeah, I thought that was super interesting that that's been going on since the 1500s. Like that's crazy to me. Yeah. And I know a lot of people think jack o' lanterns actually came that we've always just carved pumpkins. That's not true actually. And I thought that was neat because they would use turnips and a new thing that I've discovered that has become my obsession, mangle wurzels, which are a kind of turnip. And they would make them into faces like we would with like pumpkin carving, and they would use them as lanterns, which I just thought that was so neat. And they were used to ward off evil spirits. Yeah, this is a traditional like Halloween turnip. That one is specifically a rutabaga, but I was like, oh, that's neat. Like pumpkin carving was still a thing, and it wasn't like a pumpkin though. It was like a turnip. I want to know how hard that is to do though. Because turnips aren't mushy on the inside like a pumpkin, are they? I'm about to like go ask mom. I'm about to go ask mom. I'm about to go in there and be like, Mom, can we carve turnips this year? I know you just spent $60 on pumpkins already, but can we do turnips? And before I even ask, yeah, my mom still buys my pumpkin. Fuck you. Oh yeah, do we want to talk about what we're doing for Halloween this year? Because really, there's not a whole lot really beyond that. Mostly just like different traditions of like different through different time periods. I thought the important thing just to hit was that how it came to America, which, like I said, the Irish and Scottish brought what we know as Halloween to America, and now that's what we do. So even though at first the Puritans were like, "Nah, ho," even though I told Al like there, I have a theory as to like where apple bobbing came from. I think they did that shit on purpose to see who was a witch of the town. People were witch hunting that night. I wonder if anybody still really does apple bobbing. I haven't seen it done in forever, and I didn't do it as a kid that much, so. Pumpkins. Pumpkin. I'm telling you, we're like drunk today or something. Oh my god. You know, if I didn't move so damn much, I would totally like plant my own pumpkin and grow my own pumpkin. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I would love to get like one of those ginormous pumpkins that would take forever to carve out, and I would probably cry. But like, it looks like really fun. Even if it just was my friend for a whole month, I would be so happy. Like, I don't give a shit. Do I know what I would name him? No. 65. That's only a costume. Yeah, not including any accessories you may want, or if you're getting any decorations. Like, that's just, I mean, granted, I'll spend all the money on Halloween. I don't give a shit. But, yeah, because I use it as my actual decor. Hey, I'm a spooky hoe. We're fine. I want a shirt that says spooky hoe. Okay. Well, at least me, mom, dad, and my brother Christian, we've all decided that we're going to do the Day of the Dead thing this year. Since me specifically, and mom have been really interested in learning more about the actual traditions, because I was introduced to like Day of the Dead celebrations by my I call my Mexican family, but I'm full blooded Mexican, so what does that tell you? Uh, but my grandma, like my paternal grandma, her and her family celebrate it way more traditionally. And I remember as a kid making little sugar skulls and, participating in the altar like building and stuff and the praying and the, offering. So I was like really interested. So I wanted to kind of connect with that, and so we're doing Day of the Dead costume. We're doing Calavera makeup. We're gonna do the whole 9 yards of that. We wanted to set up like a little altar for my brother who passed away, but we were like, we have to buy so many flowers, and we're afraid the cats are gonna eat them, and like it's just gonna be a disaster. So like, okay, we'll keep it basic. But I think we're also gonna like bake some cookies, and we were thinking about making sugar skulls, but we were like, they're not for eating. Like I know, like people think maybe traditionally they're made for eating, but they're not unless you make them out of chocolate. Are you gonna enjoy it? No, because it's pure sugar. I mean, I don't know if people know how they're made, but it's made with like sugar and meringue, and that's how you get the structure to stay. And I think my grandma always used to tell me that you would just keep it to the next year, and then you would make a new one. which I appreciate so much. I low-key want to be Louise for you guys, but mostly just because I want the hat. Kinky. Yeah, we were thinking about making like tamales, but we were like, no, that's a Christmas stress. We need to keep that for Christmas. It is. It's always like a fiasco, like every Christmas. Well, we spent I think half the month deciding if we're gonna make tamales or not. So we got to keep some traditions intact. They do have like a version of it. I don't know like what day they celebrate it on and whatnot, and I don't know if they do the whole costume thing. See, for America, you gotta love capitalism. This is mostly just a capitalist holiday. Okay, so they're basically adopting it as a holiday. I'm telling you, eventually, like the world is just going to be connected, but like through every holiday, we're going to be celebrating like crazy shit in a few years. Is one of them fish? What? Why? Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Japanese. I studied that for a while. You know what's crazy too is that they say English is the hardest language to learn. Yeah, for all you language experts out there, you're very valuable. We're glad that you learned so that we don't have to. Are you gonna share your screen with me? That way we're on the same page. I want to be able to react with you. Halloween costumes are a trip. The scariest costume I ever had was being a Powerpuff Girl. Do you feel old as hell knowing that no kid nowadays knows what the fuck Barney is? Oh my God, what are these? Oh, that's like okay. So the shoe on the the shoe on the outside. What are we doing? Yeah, yeah. No, these are racist as hell. Oh my god, is that Mickey Mouse? Yeah. So it's like, wait, it's like, wait, what is the story with that? Like, wait, why did you guys decide on the mask? A dog and maybe like what? A lion? What is that? This is like freaking something out of Beetlejuice. Okay, can we start? Can we start the new tradition of can you guys like recreate these like scary ass vintage costumes? What? Why? Why? Oh, I'm not okay with any of this. Apparently, the Jester was like a really popular costume. Yeah, like why? What are you making him out of? Oh no, this is a murder group. I'm not even. Is she just? She's wearing a straight up rug. She's wearing a straight up area rug. I don't know. And then the kids are what serial killers? I mean, I don't. Are they supposed to be ghosts? Maybe. And I want to say the guy in the back is a scarecrow, but I'm not gonna put money on it. I cannot with this though. I cannot. Yeah, yeah. Trigger warning, I guess. There's some swastika action. Well, really, at this time, like the KKK and white supremacy really wasn't like. It's not thought of the way that we think of it. Again, if I see any of these people out and about on Halloween, I'm calling the police. I want to say the tallest one is like a, that one's like a mouse or a rabbit. Yeah, that one must be like an alien maybe or something. Oh, you know what? I think the one on the far right is supposed to be like a lake monster, like out of like the Black Lagoon, sort of. Yep, don't understand it. Ate it. That's a cult of some sort. That looks like American. That's some American Horror Story shit. Yeah, the one next to it, don't know. Yeah, why were we doing this? Why were we like, yes, that's it. That's what we should do. That's like, I told you, it's like straight out of American Horror Story. All right. No. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's too like modern. Can we just say like vintage like photography in general is like really creepy? Yeah. Nope. You want to fight? No, it's not dog. I'm moving actually. I don't know what the hell. A caterpillar? That's what I thought. See, yeah, I can roll with this. I'm okay with her. She's just living her best bat life. Maybe because like she's not in costume. This is just what she wears. What? Oh, look! It came out of a catalog. Man, oh yeah, you could buy Halloween costumes out of catalogs. I'm not okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it does though. Some parts of it look modern, but I don't think it is. I mean, that's a neat looking mask. What the fuck? This isn't okay. Okay, wait a minute though. Are her boobies? Are her boobies? I don't think YouTube would know what to flag. I'm very worried. Back then, people seem like why though? Why did they make this decision? Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, I just recently watched a video of like all the different versions of like the Mickey Mouse like costumes for Disney. They're terrifying.
He's wearing the Mickey. He's wearing the Mickey Mouse like stuff. I wonder if it was like repurposed maybe to be a Mickey Mouse costume. But I don't know. They were all creepy though, like every single one of them. And I don't really even like the modern mascots to be honest. I mean, they're friendly looking, but I just don't like them. Mascots are like mascots are one of those like uncanny valley like things for me. You almost killed Chucky. Yeah, who's the mouse's name? Who is it? Just like Five Nights at Freddy's. What's the name of this restaurant? Honestly, I haven't seen anybody dressed up as like Five Nights at Freddy's characters. That's like my cat, honestly. But why? Look at this. This is a travesty. That Mickey Mouse costume knows it's horrifying. Wait. I didn't see him. Ah! Everybody here knows they're scary as shit. Maybe. However, I want to see if you look on your screen, the left, the second picture from the top of the moth people or the moth guy. A butterfly. I don't know, but it's amazing. I appreciate the shit out of it. You look so happy to be here. He is fulfilling a dream. This looks modern. Did she though? We got a budget. Just make a paper mask and call it a day. Well, that's interesting. A bear? A wolf? I don't know. Looks like a wildebeest. You get a little sideshow. I just cannot like the Halloween like costumes are like the weirdest shit. Like sometimes, like I know people are like, oh, there's scary costumes now, and I'm like, but compared to back then, no, nothing scary. I guess because everything's so fake to me, like now, I don't really associate them as scary. Like if somebody's walking around in like a Jason or like Freddy like costume, even if it's like really gory, it's like whatever. It's fine. Halloween murder. And I know, shocking. Nobody's ever been sacrificed on fucking Halloween. I don't know who came up with this. Yeah, don't do it. But also, it's not a thing, crazy Christian people. It's not a thing. It's never had, like, not even in the Celtic traditions did I find anything that said and human sacrifices were a thing. They weren't. I don't know where you got this. I'm starting to think that the Christian people were just trying to cover some shit up back then. They were the ones doing it. Like, you know who it is? Them damn pagans. Meanwhile, they gotta throw out like 40 knives. Yes.